Oh hello, Blood Bowl CRUD here. Now, when I'm not drinking spaff out of one of Bob Bifford's shoes, I like to look for extra Blood Bowl bits that you might find lying around somewhere. In a shoe, in somebody's jockstrap, on the internet, it doesn't matter. There's an obvious place that we all go to, but there's other people making some high quality stuff out there, so it's always worth keeping an eye out. And this is CRUD's list of 10 things you might not know exist, but are well worth getting if you or a loved one worship a bit of Nuffle. Now, all the links to these are in the description below this video, so don't forget to have a look and a click. And also, apparently I meant to say, like and subscribe. Now, when I'm not wearing a leather bikini and a silver wig, dancing round like a witch elf to earn some extra gold, I found this place called Charlie Victor Products, and they are the Trolls Royce of extra Blood Bowl bits, the kind of bits that you never knew you needed. So, they do beautiful things like casualty dice. They also do Negatrait bands. And they come in really handy if you're the kind of orc that's tight as a gnat's chuff and can't be arsed buying elastic bands. And they also do lovely little ball markers, so you don't have to sit there playing Blood Bowl, fiddling with your balls. So Charlie Victor Products are well worth checking out. Now, when I'm not dry humping Yetis or playing hide the sausage with Ulfredweir, I like something to read that's quite easy to digest. And one of these things that you might not know about is the Blood Bowl graphic novel. It's full of amazing artwork and it's a great Blood Bowl story. I think it was a few little comics put together into one graphic novel, and if you're tight like me, tighter than a halfling's ring piece, then if you look at that place that some people don't like to go to, you can get it for about £4, so it's well worth checking out. Now, when I'm not racked with feverish nightmares of being nibbled on the toes by chameleon skinks, I like to throw dice as part of the beautiful game. And when I'm not throwing them, I like to keep them in a tanned cow scrotum. And if that sounds like your cup of tea, why not check out Cow Daddy Gaming. He does dice bags, he does stamped dice cups, and he even sells miniatures. So if you like the idea of keeping your dice in one of 3 different sizes of leather cow scrotums, look for Cow Daddy Gaming. You can't go far wrong. Now, when I'm not carrying my minis in a metal box filled with gravel and sand and shaking it up and down to see exactly how much my opponents wince, I try to find a nice bit of foam to put my figures in. And you could have a look at Tabletop Tyrant. It's a website attached to a kind of shop in Leicester, but they do a lot of foam. And you can have little boxes to put your minis in, or big whopping battle cases to keep every single Blood Bowl roster you'd ever need in there. It'll protect them, it'll keep them safe, but it won't stop you from bloody wincing when I shake my figures up with gravel and sand and nails and bits of dead ogre testicle. Ah! Now, when I'm not pooing in my cave, what I like to do is get some of the dried stacks of and rub it into the walls. And then what happens? You're right. Mrs. CRUD tells me I shouldn't smear on the walls of our cave. So, I've come up with a cunning plan so I don't have to do any cleaning. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to King Monday. No, not King Monday. King Monday. They do Blood Bowl posters. They've got a big selection. They're all beautiful. They've got Jim and Bob, Hobbits, loads more. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put them up all around my cave. Then I'm going to poo on them. Ah, no more cleaning, Mrs. CRUD. How'd you like that apple? Ah. Oh, right. Now, when I'm not waking up naked on the floor of the halfling-only toilets in Null's biggest Blood Bowl stadium with a pair of leather shoes strapped to my knees, I like to do a bit of reading. And if you didn't know, there's a pile of Blood Bowl fiction out there. Now, have a look at Amazon. There's a pile of stuff there. You can buy them, or if you look at the little used bits, you can get them this cheap, because I'm as tight as a gnat's chuff. There's loads of them. Buy a few, have a look. Death on the Pitch is great in short stories, and I've got the attention span of an arse. So, yeah, I'm not sure what kind of attention span an arse has, but it's well worth checking out if you fancy a bit of Blood Bowl nighttime reading. Oh yes, this little chat reminds me of when I used to wear a fishnet body stocking and spray paint myself with blue metallic paint. It was a skinkathon. It's amazing how dumb they are. I blended in like nobody's business. But anyway, we all like dice as much as the next person, but some people get a bit sordid. Those Blood Bowl dice collectors, oh, I'd do anything for a pair of 1876 NAF championship dice. You know what I mean? I get confused. It's just the thought of them all sweating and wanting to get the hand on me bones. But you could go a lot worse than checking out the beautiful stuff that Black Hawk Down do. I mean, they've done loads of dice and they keep churning out high quality dice for Blood Bowl. So they've done things like, what have they done? They've done wooden dice. They've done some beautiful Halloween dice. And they've even got some Christmas festive dice. So, visit Black Hawk Down if you like your dice. Just, they want to get their hands on all those little goodies. Now, quite often, I like to pass the time doing naked, dark, sinister, orcish rituals while sacrificing goats. Now, when I'm not doing that, I've discovered I'd like a few rosters. Now, the big boys, they do teams of all shapes and sizes, but there's a few beautiful places out there that do minis. Special minis, lovely minis, beautiful minis. I mean, I've got a team myself, which I got drunk and ended up managing, called the Sons of Anubis. I've also got a team called the Vicious Wildfire Orcs. Now, there's a pile of other places out there, apart from Grebo and Punga, but they're the two that I've got. I think there's even one called Willy Miniatures, but that sounds like something I was called once when I underpaid some lady that I owed some money to. But never mind, keep an eye on them. There's some beautiful stuff out there, and you can get everything you want. The main teams, the teams of legend, all over the place. Beautiful. Well worth checking out. Tell them CRUD sent you. Now, when I'm not busy being arrested for perming my hair, wearing a dishcloth in the front of a piece of string and nothing else, and impersonating a war dancer in the Elflands, I like to have a scoop as much as the next orc. Now, this one's a bit of a weird one. Jim and Bob have brewed their own beer. I think You can only get it at the centre of the Warhammer universe in Nottinghamshire, in Warhammer World, in Bugman's Bar. But Blitzers best. I hadn't seen it, and then one of me mates put a photo there, and it was, oh my word. I've got to get my hand on that juicy stuff. I've had a look online. I don't think you can order it. I'm going to have to make the pilgrimage and see whether I can have a few scoops with Jim and Bob themselves. That'd be nice. Keep an eye on it. I might try and get some for Gutlag and Scumbag, my old partners in crime. So there is Blood Bowl beer out there. If I said you had a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? Oh, hello. When I'm not listening to the tortured screams of that snotling team that I've fed to Max Spleen Ripper in my basement, I like a bit of music as much as the next person. And there's a couple of charity Blood Bowl albums out there you could use as a soundtrack to your league or your club. The first one is Blocker and the Linesman, Top of the Blocks. Blood Bowl songs are plenty, one of them featuring yours truly here. That's well worth checking out. The second one is Jingle Skulls, festive inspired Blood Bowl songs, featuring this beautiful old orc on the cover. A small donation to charity, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, you're in like Flynn. Get hold of it, the charities are well worth supporting. As a bit of an aside, Max Spleen Ripper, some people say he only plays for Chaos teams. Now I know that's a lie, because I gave him 20 camel lights and a pint of monkey spunk, and he said he'd play for us. So, back off lads, Max is ours. Now, I hope you've enjoyed this video and that you visit some of the people whose links are below. The great traders, these are just some of the people I've encountered ambling around the Blood Bowl community, and they all seem like top people. So visit the sites, buy something if you fancy it, because if you do support them, they'll bring out more brilliant stuff for Blood Bowl. It's a win-win situation. Now don't forget to like and subscribe, and Gruddy will see you very soon. Enjoy!